So guys, all the lights are out at Woodrow Wilson School. And so I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking something's about to happen and it probably involves the Herdmans. Let's read and find out. Chapter 10. At any other time, it wouldn't matter if the lights went out at Woodrow Wilson School. For one thing, we probably wouldn't be there if it happened at night, and when it had happened once in the daytime, Mrs. Hazelwood turned it into a lesson about energy sources, and we had to draw wiring diagrams for extra credit. But now, on Halloween night? I knew this would happen, Joanne said again. But of course she didn't know this would happen. She didn't even know what had happened. Nobody knew what had happened except Donald Sycamore, because Donald was the only person around when Alice finally found an outlet and plugged herself in. Donald said later that it was very exciting, just like the 4th of July. There was this loud crack and a lot of sparks, and Alice yelled and the lights went out. Alice wasn't hurt, but for a long time she claimed to have loose electricity in her fingers, and she wouldn't turn anything on or plug anything in because of it. In the meantime, though, everyone was stumbling around in the dark. Normally, when something unexpected happened, Mr. Crabtree would get on the PA system and tell us all about it. The big red stain on the lunchroom floor was ketchup, not blood. The kindergarten slide was missing from the playground, and the kindergarten kids were not allowed to use the big slide. Today's scheduled fire drill would be postponed till next Tuesday. What do you think he'll tell us about this? Joanna's voice came out of the darkness. Probably tell us the lights are out, Stuart said. No, he won't. Boomer sounded funny. He can't tell us anything. Remember? The PA system's broken. Then what's that? Luella said after a second. I'd heard it too. A low, drawn-out whistle, like wind through a loose window, but there's no wind here and no loose window. I can't see anything, Joanne said. I don't even know where we are. I don't even know who we are, Luella whispered to me, because, listen, Howard Stroller's gone. It was right here, and now it's gone. Who took Howard Stroller? She raised her voice. Who took Howard Stroller? Not me, someone said. Just like that. Me. Don't fool around, Boomer, Luella said. I have to find Howard Stroller. I'm not fooling around, Boomer said. I don't know who that was, but it wasn't me. It also wasn't Albert or Stuart or Joanne or Maxine or me. So we didn't hang around there, wherever there was. Joanne was right. Everything seemed different with all the lights out and no way to tell one room from another. But who was it? Luella said, as we picked our way down the dark hall, bumping into what we hoped was each other. And where is Howard Stroller? I don't know who it was, but I did know that we better find Howard Stroller in a hurry, or I would have to help Luella carry him, and Howard was a lump. We headed for Voices, because we weren't the only people temporarily lost in Woodrow Wilson School. Everywhere there were kids and parents hollering for other kids and parents. Jolene? Gloria? Wayne, where are you? Boyd Liggett, you come here to me by the office. And Mr. Crabtree was yelling, lights! Lights! As if just yelling about them would somehow turn them on. We did see a little flicker of light way at the end of the hall, like a flashlight, Boomer said. Austin Hubbard had a flashlight because he's a floor lamp. Hey, Austin, he called, wait up! But the light bobbed up and down and back and forth and then went out. Maybe Austin didn't hear us, I thought. Or maybe it wasn't Austin. Maybe it was... Who? What? Something brushed against my head. One of the cardboard bats? And then Luella squealed, oh, there goes Howard! Of course he didn't get far, and he didn't seem to mind being dropped on the floor, but I had to feel around a little bit so I wouldn't pick him up by one leg or something. And by accident, I grabbed Joanne, who also squealed. It's me, I said. It's just me. How am I supposed to know that, she groaned. You could be anybody or anything. I'm going to sit down on the floor and stay right here till the lights come on, but somebody has to stay with me. I had the perfect person, Howard. But before I could hand him off to Joanne, we heard somebody yelling above all the other noise. It's alive! The whole cauldron is alive with worms! The somebody was my mother. Still no sign of the Herdmans. But now there's a cauldron full of worms, no lights, and some very mysterious things happening at Woodrow Wilson School. I'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Ooh.